So, P, it's been 10 years since your breakout 2012-13 season when you was getting selected to your first NBA All-Star game. You jumped from 12 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds per game. That year before you had 17, 4 assists, and 8 rebounds per game? I think I didn't know all your stats, huh?
You on it.
Tell me a little bit about that, man, about your first time.
You was on it. So the backstory, all right, leading up to that breakout year, right? I'm a young guy on the team, rookie year. My veterans were, Darren Collison, Dante Jones, Danny Granger, Brandon Rush, right? So we in the locker room and I tell him, like, give me 2-3 years, I'm going to be an all-star. Whole locker room bust out laughing, right? No bullshit. Whole locker room crying like, yo, you think it's that easy? I'm like, give me 2-3 years, I'm going to be an all-star. All right, so now I'll go to my 2012-2013 season. Danny Granger gets hurt. So now, like, it's my time. You know what I mean? It's my turn to prove what I'm capable of. So I just remember, like, and always every summer I work on something to get better at. Like, I used to use my whole summer. When season was over, literally a couple days after that, I was back in the gym. And I was just working on, like, whatever it was, whether I need to get better off my handle, my pick and roll, my shooting. Like, I always tried to bring something back, you know what I mean, and use my summers the right way. So I came back that season. Danny got hurt, and I knew, like, all right, at this point, like, I'm not going to let the franchise down. Like, I've been building and working my ass off for this. So I put, all that I worked on, I put everything into that year. And, man, my teammates, like, it was almost like they knew, like, Danny passed the torch. Like, it's this kid's turn. And everything about it, I just led with confidence. And, I wasn't scared of the moment. I wasn't shying from the moment. I was ready. Like, I was ready for that time.
I want to know who them players that was laughing at you. That's what I want to know.
What you mean? Where they at?
Who was laughing at
like,
you?
Who thought it was funny that you were saying?
I'm telling you. Dante
Jones,
Darren Collison, Dante Jones, Darren Collison, B. Rush, Danny Grant. Like, they always in the locker room. Like,
yeah, what y'all got to say now?
Look at me now.
Look at us now. So, Pete, we want to know that same year that was the year when you won Most Improved Player Award, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the same year. But you know what? I don't want to ask you 2 questions. I'm going to just ask you that one first. How was it winning the Most Improved for? The Most Improved for? I can't even say it. You know what I'm saying? The Most Improved
just breathe. You're good.
Most Improved Award. It was awesome, man. It was awesome because I felt like it wasn't just me that was accepting that award. Like, it was Coach Frank for allowing me and giving me that opportunity, right? It was for the organization accepting me as the next player up. It was the front office putting me in position by drafting me and getting me there. It was like my whole training crew that was with me that summer. It was when I accepted that, it was like everybody involved, like, had a piece of that and have ownership of that, because I, like, literally put a lot of work in. I put a ton of work in that summer, just working on my body, working on my game, trying to be more efficient from behind the 3-point line. And so when I won it, like, it was like, all right, like, there's no going back from here. You know what I mean? Like, I found, like, it was basically a stamp for the work that I'm doing. Like, okay, you found the recipe. Right. You know what I mean? I found the recipe to get better, and you add something every year, and eventually you'll be the player you want to be. So it was almost like a stamp for the work that I was putting in.
Kids out there, get that Most Improved Player. It means a lot now.
It means a lot.
It's different type of motivation.
It's a special.
Where you got that award at?
I have it. My parents had it for a long time, but
parents are always trying to keep awards.
They're always trying to keep awards. My daddy know it say his name on it, so he think it's his.
So he can say it's his. Oh, I got
won't believe this. Yeah,
hey,
I actually won this award.
He gave you that one. He gave that one back to
me. He gave that one back to me, so I got it.
Pop.
Jackie, I've got a question for you.
Shoot.
Do you like sports?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like winning?
Come on, Dallas. No, I don't like winning. Of course I like winning, man.
Okay. Do you like money?
Now you talking my language, baby. Of course I like that moolah. Ooh-la.
Okay. But have you heard of Prize Picks?
Nah, but won't you tell me and the audience a little bit about it, because I don't know too much.
Well, Prize Picks is a daily fantasy app. You pick 2 to 6 players, then pick if they will score more or less than their prize pick projection. You aren't competing against other people. It's just you versus the projections available.
Is it just for basketball?
Oh no, Prize Pick offers projections on any sport that you watch, Jackie.
So just like the people want to know, I want to know, how much money do you win?
You can win up to 25 times your money per entry.
And on top of all that, all first-time users that deposit and use our promo code PODCAST-P will receive 100% instant deposit matchup to $100. That means if you deposit $100, Prize Pick will give you $100. If you deposit $50, Prize Pick will give you $50. Cha-ching! We love y'all. That same year, that's when you played the Heat against Bron and D Wade and that whole little built the bear team. Yeah, that's when I it was almost called what I want to call you.
Yeah,
Finals P.
I almost was.
Come on, man, you took them to what, Game 7?
I think.
Right, wasn't that Game 7 y'all went to?
Yeah, Game 7. I think it was Game 7 that 2012-13
Come on,
season.
P. Tell me what you almost was becoming Finals P. I was there.
That was my coming out party. Like, that was my coming out party, and that's when I knew, like, all right, I'm here. Like, I'm playing against Bron, the best in the world at the time. I'm playing against D Wade, elite, Chris Bosh, elite. Like, and we were like, no names compared to who they were. You know what I mean? Like, we was just, America, I felt like, fell in love with us because we was like the blue collar team that did things the right way. We played hard. There was no like persona around us. Like, everybody was just one. And so I felt like we just became it was like either you love what LeBron and Miami Heat were and the the star power there, or you love the blue collar, like you love this story. It was 2 stories, and they had theirs and we had ours. Right. And so I felt like the world was choosing up, and a lot of them chose, we had a good support system behind the group that we had. And man, it was fun though. It was fun. Like, I got better. I learned a lot from myself. I learned a lot. I think the team learned a lot about who we were. And we just, we piggybacked from there going into the next season. The next season, we was the number 1 team in the East.
How fun was that atmosphere?
Almost, baby.
Because that had to have been, I don't think in college you didn't play in many big games. And I know the dunk you had in that series, to me, it reminded me of the dunk that you had in college. And I'm sure you're familiar with that dunk, the one that was
St.
on
Mary's
ESPN.
Dunk.
I'll never forget it. I was watching at home like, yeah, Pete, no way. Like, this is it. Yeah. He made it. Yeah. But that dunk reminded me of that dunk. But what was that atmosphere like?
The atmosphere.
The biggest stage that you could be on.
The atmosphere was crazy. And I've been under the radar my whole career, my whole life, and when it comes to basketball, I've just been I've always been in the shadow. You know what I mean? From in Palmdale, Teosha's little brother, like college, small, school, not much recognition, and then NBA, like up until that point, you know what I mean? Of course, you're an NBA player, so you're going to be seen for being in the NBA, but being in that series and watching, like, it was the most media I have ever seen in my life. It was just everywhere you went. Like, being in Indiana, like, we were superstars in Indiana.
You were,
and that was new to me. Like, the stardom was new to me. Like, it used to trip me out. I could be anywhere and be like, yeah, I could go there. Like, they ain't gonna know who I am. Soon as I walk in, that dunk on Birdman was crazy. And it was just, you know what I mean? That just became who I was now. Like, everybody recognized me for that moment. And then you dapped up Bron half court. Like,
yeah, LeBron was like, respect.
Yeah,
his respect. That was beautiful.
Do they still give you that same respect in Indiana? When you go out there just to go visit?
Hell no.
No, not at all.
Hell no.
Probably.
You'd have thought I was
you couldn't go to the restaurants get no free food no more, huh? Couldn't get no free
I
meal.
couldn't get no free meal.
They like, get your ass up out of here, P. You leave us, P. That's what it is. Leave us, P.
I get it, man. The hate.
You leave us, P.
The hate come. Forget you, P. The hate to me, it feels like it's love at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I genuinely feel, as much as, you know, they aren't happy with how things went about, I think it's they hate they boo me because it's, at the end of the day, it's love. Like, and I still got love there. I hung banners there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It ain't championships, but when you look up in, you know, the arena, you look up top, we got banners that,
right.
You know, a special group that formed there. And so, you know, I'll always be grateful for the time that I was there.